Well, welcome everyone to the atrium at City Hall. We have exciting news to present today. We are talking about a unique fundraiser that is going to be coming up here in the city of Harrisburg this Thursday and Friday. It is called a fundraiser because the goal is to sign up mentors for Big Brothers, Big Sisters of the Capital Region. And we're doing it in a unique and exciting way, a way that requires courage, bravery, and commitment. That is, we are sending people over the edge of the Market Square Plaza building. 18 stories in the air, 220 feet of a straight drop down to the sidewalk. People will be rappelling over the course of the day this Friday, all day, really from 9 to 5. And we're going to kick things off this Thursday evening during a sunset reception where you can see some celebrities go over the edge, including from the Harrisburg Senators mascots Rascal and Grounder, as well as the Chick-fil-A cow. And I believe the Chick-fil-A cow bravely has agreed to be the first to go over the edge. That will be our sort of sunset rappel kickoff with viewing everyone on Thursday the night before. And then the big event is all day Friday. Now, over 60 people will be going over the edge to raise money for Big Brothers, Big Sisters on Friday. It's going to be an amazing fundraiser, and already we've exceeded the goal of over $75,000 in pledges. And every dollar is going to go back into the programming to help make mentoring even more successful. And I learned today that in Dauphin County alone, there are over 50 individuals in need of mentors on a waiting list to be part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters program. So we're hoping that people will come on out, be inspired by the feats of bravery that they see, sign up to be a mentor, and maybe we can sign up an additional 50 mentors and take every one of those kids off the waiting list in Dauphin County. Big Brothers Big Sisters does amazing work here in the Capital Region. They have over 850 mentors mentoring children in all 5 counties around the region. And this is a great opportunity to sort of show off their organization as well as to inspire other people to get involved. Now, Friday, over the course of the day, around noon, I will be there to introduce to the crowd a couple Harrisburg celebrities. We have our community policing officer, Josh Hammer, who will be going over the edge for the police department. And we have our fire chief. Yes, we got our fire chief, Mr. Brian Enterline, who will be going over the edge. Now, this will be happening about noon on Friday, and there will be many other celebrities over the course of the day. Basically, people sponsored individuals to go over the edge. There's going to be some bigs themselves going over the edge with their mentors on the sidelines cheering them on. There's also a new program, national in scope, the first of its kind anywhere in the country, which is called Bigs in Blue, in which Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Capital Region is partnering with the Pennsylvania State Police to help use Pennsylvania State Police officers as mentors for our kids. They will get to, again, reinforce those characteristics of courage and bravery, which police officers show every day through this Over the Edge challenge. But that type of relationship, building bridges between our youth, many of whom face challenging and adverse conditions, and our police officers, is a really exciting thing which will be kicked off, and you'll learn more about that on Friday. Now, finally, I am told that if anyone still would like to go over the edge, there are slots that will be available for walk-up traffic on Friday. You need to raise at least $1,000 to be able to take one of those slots, but perhaps there's still businesses, individuals, others that would like to make a fundraiser donation to Big Brothers Big Sisters. If they do, well, you can get your harness on, go right up, and go over the edge this Friday. I will say this is part of an exciting trend in fundraising that we're seeing throughout the country between ziplining and rappelling and other sort of activities. People are really going all out to get involved, and we are thrilled that this is going to happen. First of its kind right here in Harrisburg. Now, on a historical note, one of the most interesting views I have ever personally seen of Harrisburg was a view right here, about where the Market Square Plaza building was, from the Civil War era, when Market Square Plaza was basically a thriving outdoor market area, much like the Broad Street Market still is today. And at that time, they had an event which was a balloon ascent, and there was a giant hot air balloon which stood in the middle of the plaza, and people gathered from far and wide. They sat on the rooftops. They were up in the spires of the Market Square Presbyterian Church watching this balloon ascent. So here we are 150 years later, and we're sort of doing the reverse programming. We're doing a descent and over the edge, but I think the crowds will throng from far and wide, and it will be an amazing, amazing gathering that will produce incredible images. We will be closing 2 lanes of traffic from 10 to 2 on 2nd Street. There'll still be 1 lane that'll allow folks to go by. There'll be a little landing area, reception area, and all the people that you see around me are either program managers or marketers or organizers or folks that are running Big Brothers Big Sisters. They will be on hand at the event to sign you up to become a mentor, as well as to take your last minute contributions. So please come out. Again, you can see a little sneak peek this Thursday, 5 to 7 p.m. for the Sunset Rappel, and then all day Friday, 9 to 5, over 60 individuals going over the edge to benefit Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Capital Region. And I have and more media has just arrived, but that is good because we can take those questions while you set up. And with that, do you have any questions for me or the group? Any other questions about Big Brothers Big Sisters? Yes?
I have a question. Are you going to be repelling?
Well, one of the short answer to that is no, I will not be repelling, because I was able to designate our fire chief and community policing officer to repel on behalf of the city of Harrisburg, and frankly, Larry, I am afraid of heights. So, and I don't think this is a fundraiser for the faint of heart. I mean, it really will be something, and I'm told that in setting up the rappelling, they did come and they examined the building and the structure to make sure this would be safe, but no one has yet to try this. So Thursday night for the Sunset Rappel, that will be the chance to see the first person, in this case a mascot, rappelling down the side of Market Square Plaza. But no, I won't be doing it. Will the Berg Magazine be sponsoring anyone?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, really? Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you on the height issue.
18 stories, 220-foot sheer drop. And I also understand if you're particularly brave, you can go down very quickly, or you can go down very slowly. But apparently you can just, loosen the harness and right all the way down. So we'll see. We'll see whether police or fire gets down more quickly, and who is the bravest. Yeah.
So who's setting this up? Who's in charge of the actual?
So there's
Please come. Yes.
There's an actual professional company called Over the Edge out of Nova Scotia. This is all they do. They do these rappelling events across the country. Many Big Brother Big Sister agencies across the country have done this event very successfully, which is one reason we brought it to the area. But they have been doing this for, I believe, 30 years without incident. And so we're super excited to have them in the area. They actually have been on site already and been in the building. They have done a full site inspection and taken pictures. There is a formal safety plan that was written up and communicated with PMI, because PMI manages the building. The building owners, actually in Philadelphia, they have been part of this process for the last year in planning. So we have everybody on board that needs to be on board for the building as well as for safety. The law enforcement and fire will be here also in case folks need help. We're not anticipating that, but better safe than sorry. So I think we're good to go. The Over the Edge company walks you through the entire process to ensure safety from the very beginning to the very end. So we've been working on that for the last year.
Okay. And that's the building on the south?
Right here, it's where Mid-Penn Bank and Mulligan's.
It's directly behind you there.
Directly, see where Mulligan's is?
With the sheer glass.
Yes, 17.
Base.
Yes.
And I should note, we are anticipating perhaps a few people chickening out at the end. Once they get up to the top, the wind is rushing in their face, but that is why the donations are made beforehand, before they get to the top. And also, we are looking forward to making this an annual event. It was so successful in the pre-planning stages, and there were so many people, in fact, more people wanting to do it than were available to do it at this time, that we will already start planning a follow-up event for next year. And it is Canadian technology, Larry, Canadian technology, the finest. And just because we haven't had this happen in Harrisburg doesn't mean it's not happening all over the country. There are attractions and thrill rides from Chicago to you name it, where people can actually, they pay a lot of money just to attempt something like this. And here we're harnessing all of that for such a good cause. And if I may, let me just say that mentoring, taking time to make a difference in a young person's life, is incredibly important. It's absolutely essential to sort of the fabric of this city. Big Brothers Big Sisters does great work in Harrisburg, but also in the region. And I am very upset that there are over 50 people on that Dauphin County wait list, just simply waiting for a mentor. So I'm hopeful that people will be inspired by this event, will learn about that need through a press conference like this, and will sign up and make sure that every little person that wants a big brother, big sister will be able to get one. Other questions? I do believe there will be at least one member of the media rappelling on Thursday night during the Sunset Rappel. So that's exciting, and should make for beautiful images. And I'm not sure why we chose that building, but I assume it has something to do with the fact of it's a nice flat surface and it's a modern building, so it's easy enough to get down. The ownership group is
So, Gary Brandeis, but I'm forgetting the name of the.
yeah.
management
I
group.
guess I'm not entirely sure.
PMI manages the building. Gary Brandeis is the managing partner. He's based in Philadelphia. I apologize for forgetting the name of the conglomerate group.
Yep, should be good. So we had zip lines at Capona. We have rappelling going on now here in the fall. And stay tuned for further acts of adventure that will happen as we move forward in the city.
Okay, you already have, how many people do you already have signed up?
So we have 60.
Yep, there are 60 people that will currently planning to be rappelling on Friday, which is very impressive. They've already exceeded their fundraising goal. The goal was $75,000. They've already raised over $80,000. And there are some slots available again for walk-ins. So if you are so inspired, Larry, or if others come and they want to rappel, they can sign up right there during the day.
$1,000 donation?
Minimum of $1,000. You can give any amount you want, and perhaps there are some businesses or others out there that would like to sponsor somebody to rappel and send them over the edge. Okay. Well, thank you very much. If you have any other questions, everyone will stick around for a couple minutes. Appreciate it. See you Thursday night and Friday for Over the Edge.